Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this concept of giving our children clarity without disparaging the abuser. We really never want to disparage the abuser. It's like several fold why. One, the abuser spends a lot of time disparaging you. And when you disparage the abuser, you sound just like the abuser. You just don't want to sound anything like the abuser. Okay, so it's really important that our children begin to differentiate between us and the abuser. We don't talk bad about other people. We don't put other people down. We don't engage in splitting behaviors, right? Where something's either all good or all bad. And we certainly don't engage in triangulation. It's just not what we do. So we are very different than the abuser. But boy, oh boy, when we're getting attacked by the abuser, it's really hard to show up different than them, right? We all have had those moments where we have behaved in a way where we're like, man, that was not good. And we repair after that, right? We call it repairing after these circumstances because we go in and we literally make right what we did wrong. Very different than the abuser. The abuser never makes right after they did wrong. Okay, so we're already starting to discern the difference. We don't have to disparage. But what's the other reason why we don't disparage? Of course, it has to do with other people holding us accountable and saying, family core and other people, therapists might say, you can't ever put the children in the middle. You can't talk about family court. And I can have a whole nother conversation about that. But the reality is, we certainly cannot be saying things to children that are going to make them think something negative about the abuser without them thinking it on their own, right? Because we would never want to be accused of coaching them or trying to convince them that someone is an abuser. So, what can we do though? Oh my gosh, we can call out behaviors all day long, and it doesn't have to be behaviors of the abuser. You can be watching a sitcom and watching someone behave like in a snide way or mocking someone in the sitcom, and you can be like, that's mockery. That's something that is really inappropriate, and it's happened to me in my life, and I hope it doesn't happen to you. When somebody mocks us, we have to create a boundary. We have to create a space where they know that's something we're uncomfortable with. We didn't say one word about the abuser, but we might have seen something on TV, right, that can prove that point to them. And so we can even do things like maybe call out another behavior like somebody who's always tardy, right? We might say, oh, yeah, I have a coworker who's late to work a lot, and it's really disappointing when we're working on a project and we don't get to start the project at the same time. Now, maybe the abuser is always late, right? Now, frankly, I don't care if the abuser's late. I'd rather the abuser be late and not come at all. But again, children are waiting. They might be waiting by the door. They might be disappointed. And of course, we have to address that disappointment with them. We can say, hey, bud, sorry that happened again. But mom's right here. Do you want to go play a game of cards, or do you want to go do this YouTube video with me? So we can call out the behavior without disparaging. Hey, I'm sorry that happened, or gosh, I wish that didn't happen today. Or I can see this as disappointing, or I think I'd be disappointed. And they might say, I'm not disappointed. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Why are you saying that to me? Why are you saying I'm sorry? They make it really elevated and everything like that. You say, oh, okay. All right. Hey, you want to play that card game, or you want to, all right, I'm going to go cook dinner. We disengage. I call it disengage with kindness, right? We just like softly back up. We don't have to call them out if they yelled at us. We don't have to defend ourselves, and we certainly don't have to explain. So we don't disparage the abuser. We don't do it for a variety of reasons. We certainly would never want anyone to think that our children were being convinced by us in any way to think anything bad about that person, but we can call out the bad behaviors of that person through other experiences. And in that, we can begin to give our children clarity about their own experiences. So vital. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, everyone. Please remember to subscribe. Don't forget, I have a podcast called Perfect Prey. Maybe you're following me elsewhere. I really would appreciate if you share this information so that we can get the word out there. Victims and survivors don't have to do this alone. We are here together. Take care. Bye.